Winston-Salem, North Carolina, day 2 of the opening weekend of college volleyball Wake Forest Invitational. We got an academic prowess battle tonight. The Northeastern Huskies and the Wake Forest Deacons. A little CAA, ACC alphabet battle here at Reynolds Gymnasium. Here's what's happened so far in the Invitational. 2-0 start for Grand Canyon. Fantastic performance. And then last night, Paige Crawford and crew. What a dominant effort for Wake Forest against Toledo.
Oh yeah, I think that that's the way they wanted to come out, because they wanted to set the tone knowing that they weren't satisfied with last season.
Meanwhile, Northeastern 2 losses to open this tournament. It's a young roster, 8 graduating players, seniors or transfers for the Huskies. And Grand Canyon's been rolling. They're 2-0. Let's see who's going to meet in that championship matchup, possibly tomorrow. And with that, we welcome inside Reynolds Gymnasium with Amanda Poole. I'm EvanBudrovich. Wake Forest hit 260s in offense. They were cruising, they were rolling. What impressed you the most about the Demon Deacons yesterday?
I think it's the things that you don't see on the highlight reels, the leadership out there, despite having these 18 and 19-year-old women who came back as freshmen from last year. Now you got a couple sophomores out there taking the reins.
And one of the best freshmen in the ACC, Paige Crawford. What a dominant performance, 16 kills. How did she carry the load for Wake Forest?
I think she was there when they were out of order and they needed to throw down a kill, throw down a hit. She's consistent and she brings that firepower each time.
She was an all-ACC standout last year, and Crawford was cooking on night 1. Northeastern, meanwhile, counters with some veteran experience. Daphne Ariel, the senior out of Istanbul. How does she propel this Huskies offense today?
Well, her 11 kills yesterday was a great way to propel that offense. So if she does that again, I think her coach saying that she's a powerhouse. I think if her players or teammates feed off of that, they should be good to go.
Erica Staunton, the all-conference outside, graduated. Nayla Jenkins, 3 kills a match, also gone. 8 players departed for Northeastern. And Wake Forest was 7 different seniors. Redshirt seniors, COVID seniors, traditional seniors. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Huskies and Deacons for the first time in the modern program's history. Not a matchup you'll see on Nat Geo, but you do have the fun ACC CAA spelling bee competition. Opening serve for the Huskies. And Olivia Frankie on the slide gets the opening kill.
She had 9 kills yesterday, and she starts out with a bang today.
And this place is jumping. 1 point into the match. Reynolds Gymnasium, what an excellent atmosphere tonight. There's Kalani Willock, the Keller, Texas product. Second in aces last year for Wake Forest, with a good one there. And an opening kill for Northeastern. There's Annabelle Zier, the Virginia Tech transfer.
Coach Lenica telling us that these grad transfers, these transfers have come in, and the goal is to get them experience, and that's exactly what they're getting.
4 transfers from mid-major programs, a lot of experience.
Only 3 here today.
What a dig, but it does not help. Point Northeastern. And the Huskies, they've had to reload with 8 seniors gone, so hitting the portal this offseason for Lenica Vasquez in her 4th year. You talk about Georgia State, Virginia Tech, a good Coastal Carolina program, and these are impact starters for the Huskies.
Yeah, and Coach was saying she looked for not only good players, but good humans as well.
An ace will certainly help. Lenica's an all gas, no brakes type of coach. She has that environment, that energy to her tenure. Was a longtime head coach at Canisius, won multiple MAC championships. And now moves down to state and across a little bit to Northeastern with back-to-back aces. Great serving early from the women in red. Annabelle Zier, who hit .381 against Toledo on Friday, serves it right back into the net. And that was an expertise for Northeastern last year. Led the CAA in serving. That could be a weapon today.
Well, it's one thing that doesn't take much effort. You know, you just one and done. You've earned the point and the momentum.
Wake Forest, meanwhile, with Frankie to serve. Now the Deacons in transition. Paige Crawford into the back row. The joust won by George Charles and Crawford.
Dior's reach is insane. If you guys are sitting as close as we are, you would feel the same.
Dior Charles, the true freshman from the 310 out in Los Angeles. Joining her head coach, Randy Smart, who spent a decade at Cal State LA. Now an overpass. That is put away.
Ooh, that's like feeding candy to a baby. You see that overpass, your mouth is watering.
Good feed there for Audrey Douglas in big support of her head coach, Randy Smart, who signed a big extension this offseason. And now in year 5 feels comfortable, feels ready, and has built a nice program through 4 years.
Yeah, she's hoping to keep that trend going. They've done a lot of firsts in recent seasons. And again.
Audrey Douglas certainly helps with the overpass again. How can serving be a factor for Wake Forest tonight?
I think it's something that gives them an overall aggression. If you can fire on all, 3 cylinders as far as defense, offense, and then your service, makes everybody else's job easier.
That was 3 straight easy points for the Demon Deacons. And now a shot long, no hands at the net, and a quick 5-0 run. Here's Olivia Frankie out of Virginia. She's got 1 year left, so just a 4th-year senior. 7 seniors on this Wake Forest roster, and a service error there.
Those floaters, they can either drop or just keep flying.
Wake last year, about 1.5 aces per set. That was one area Randy Smart noticed this offseason. They got to develop on the service line. Crawford keeps that in play. Here's Emma Farrell, the all-freshman libero. And a block at the net. Good hands by Marika Verth, the Orlando, Florida product.
That long set gave those blockers some time to figure out their position. Yep, they see it. We're there. No hole there.
So now Frenet serves, the all-conference setter. Point in transition. Back set. That goes out. And early on, Northeastern gets the point. There is hands at the net. Randy Smart may challenge this. She's got a couple to work with.
Great hustle by Ryan. The setter just flying her body over there to get that ball up.
It is a Wake Forest challenge.
All right.
So Robert Boggs, our R2, our second referee, will look at the replay right here. What do you think? With her hands in the net here?
Let's see. Ooh.
I don't see Crawford touch the net. This would be a great look.
I don't see the net moving.
It's like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. I swear there was some contact, but I don't know how it happened. Could be a possible touch there by Dior Charles in the middle, maybe.
Hey, we did say she's lengthy. Sometimes you just can't. You got too much length on you.
Let's take a look again at the middle. Oh, yeah, that left arm.
I saw the elbow.
So the challenge is reversed. Randy Smart, 1 for 1.
All right.
Our producer, Everett Hutto, is locked in. He reminds us that if the ball is out of play when that net violation happens, it doesn't affect the point. What a save by Emma Farrell, and freed over by Ava Torrance, the Purdue transfer. Good hands at the net, and another save, Northeastern. Crawford into the block. Tremendous hands by the Huskies.
Defense is so important in these sets. Randy talking about how Farrell, sometimes you don't even notice her on the court because she makes everything look so easy.
That's Abby Reck, the true freshman, with a heck of a block. Now on the slide, Charles shoots it long. And what a response here. There was a touch at the net. So a point, Wake Forest.
Sometimes that's the game plan. Just hit it as hard as you can into those hands.
So here's Crawford, freshman of the year. in the ACC. Shoots that one long. Emma Farrell, Paige Crawford, the duo of all freshmen.
Randy really talked about how those two have grown and become differently mentally tough this season, knowing what they did last year and what they're trying to do this year.
It had been a minute. 2016, the last time two for the Wake Forest Demon Deacons on the all-freshman team. And a good block by another incomer. There's Ava Carney, the freshman. So Carney's the latest incarnation of freshman, but last year's freshman class pretty darn good too. This is the youth movement for Randy Smart's club. Now a troubling serve. And we have an illegal lift on Northeastern. But last year, Emma Farrell, the all-freshman of the year, and Paige Crawford, who was right up there with her. What a dynamic season for Wake Forest volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes to show you the potential. Randy was saying how there's no plateau anytime soon because they're still hungry for more. If they would have had that much success as freshmen, imagine what they can do with a couple more years.
And there's the serve from the freshman, challenging the turn. Farrell sets it up. Frankie on the slide, and Wake Forest is hitting 350 in this first set.
Bringing the hammer down, that's for sure.
That was the big question with a new starting setter in Ryan Baker, the full-time setter. Well, that'll certainly help with Frankie on the easy kill.
They're taking advantage of the easy opportunities, the free balls coming over, the overpasses. They're doing all those little things right.
Andrea Fuentes, who was top 10 in Wake Forest career assists, graduated, has moved on. And now it's up to Ryan Baker to run this offense. Good save there by Torrance. Now in system for Ney, backside. Nice effort by Farrell, gliding on the court, leading to a net violation. Point Wake Forest. I see both teams being a little urgent at the net today in this first set.
I think that's a good way to come out and set the tone too, play fast.
All gas, no brakes, Matthew McConaughey, as that serve goes into the net. Because there's something about playing in a packed arena, right? And that energy and that infectious.
Sometimes you can't help it but to play fast.
So Juliana Truscott will look to slow it down, the pre-med major. Baker tried to dump it over and hit it right into the net. Baker's coming out party was against Louisville when Andrea Fuentes got injured last year. 27 assists against the top 5 national team.
I mean, she ranked top 10 in the conference last year for assists per set.
That's why Randy Smart said, I'll give her the offense. The keys are paying off as Carney deposits her second point.
Just a huge swing by Ava, and she was able to be here in the spring with this team, so you can see that experience getting comfortable with this team for sure.
The Pittsburgh product stepping up. Nice roll shot, and there's the first kill for Daphne Ariel. And Daphne was huge in that Toledo matchup. 11 kills, also double figures nearly against Grand Canyon. And here's Nyla Shepard in the serve, or pardon me, Pano Gakutan in the serve. That's a strong kill down line. Abby Reck, the true freshman, stepping up.
You can see they're trying to serve Ava Carney to get her out of rotation. They're like, we don't want to take any more of those hits right now, making her pass.
Abby Reck was a 2-time team captain at Northville High School in Michigan. She's stepping up today. Baker goes near side, and that is, just long. Thought that might have snuck into the back line, but point Northeastern.
Definitely a lot closer than it feels like.
Well, let's see.
All right. Ooh.
Interesting. So Baker feeds Carney again, and she splits the double. What a tremendous first set for the true freshman.
Right between those two blockers, to be able to have that vision in midair, basically, incredible.
We'll take the timeout. Ava Carney and crew off to a nice start. Wake Forest hitting 330 in set one. Stick with us after this break. Entertaining first set of action here. Wake Forest up 2 over Northeastern. And this Wake Forest Demon Deacon program is led by the reigning freshman of the year. Christy Williams, 20 years ago, was the last Demon Deacon to earn those honors. And every time you talk to Randy Smart about Emma Farrell, she is blown away.
Yeah, Randy's talking about Emma, how she's not really that noticed on the court because she makes it look so easy, which is a good thing, but it sounds bad. But she's really become a leader back there. And she also says she's the funniest. She keeps things lighthearted back there.
She quietly won 5 Freshman of the Week honors. Pretty impressive for Wake Forest as that ball's hit out. We've had multiple lead changes in this first set. And the float serve there from Willock. A little bit of trouble here on the bump to the back row. Baker goes middle. Frankie terminates in system. She's 4 for 5 on swings.
Another one of those easier opportunities. A light overpass. Beautiful pass. Beautiful set. Very quick. Blockers had no time to get position.
So Northeastern takes the timeout. How about Wake Forest, though, feeding their middles today? Frankie has 4 kills on 5 swings. It's been an efficient offense in the middle.
I think they haven't been out of sorts a lot because they've had great serve reception. They've had great digs. Obviously, we just talked about the previous ACC Freshman of the Year. They've had that great first touch to be able to have the even better third touch.
Certainly helps when you're hitting 370. And to your point, there's a lot of clean swings for Randy Smart's club.
I think Northeastern's having trouble getting up in time and being as quick as this Demon Deacon offense has been.
Yeah,
and that goes to show Ryan how quick she's been and speedy. I mean, coach was telling us how it's about slowing down the game mentally, but her feet are not slowing down.
And you see that Northeastern hit percentage, more errors than kills in set 1. 5 errors.
It's good for Wake Forest in the sense of the less they have to do. You know, they're going to focus on their side of the net.
We asked Randy Smart, how do you describe her club? And she said scrappy and gritty.
She said blue-collar workers. I love that.
And this seems more physical and determined tonight. It's an interesting turn in year 5 for her program.
And this is only the second time they've done this Wake Forest Invitational, and I think the goal out of it is what she was saying is to get all these kinks out, to play some tough competition and figure out what this lineup is going to be like.
3 of the 4 teams in this tournament made the NIVC last year, so that's postseason experience. That's quality programs. Grand Canyon 2-0. Now Wake Forest wants to join them as undefeated. Good job keeping that up, but Douglas couldn't save it. There's a kill for Zier.
That block just needed to be a little bit tighter.
Annabelle played 99 sets. You kind of wish she played the one more to get to 100, but 99 for Virginia Tech last year, including a couple in the Wake Forest matchup. Demon Deacons won that in 4. Baker the back set to Douglas. Good job tooling the block. There's Abby Reck, who's quietly carried this offense. She has a block. She has 2 kills. Productive first set.
Being able to make the ball get wiped off the blockers is harder than it looks. You don't just swing very hard. You have to think about it.
And for a true freshman at that, just her debut weekend. There's a service error for Northeastern. Their second. A Huskies club that went 10-6 in the CAA, but lost in the semifinals to Towson. A Towson team that went 32-2.
A Towson team that just beat South Carolina yesterday.
That's a very good club with Nina Chaich and company. Now a free ball over. Crawford a soft touch, a nice save by Gakutan. Bodies everywhere hitting the floor in this set. And now a free ball.
Got to take advantage.
Baker with options. Charles beats the block.
It's almost every free ball that comes over. You know it's going to their middle block or their middle. Yep. Free ball coming over. They know. They move back. Beautiful pass. Very quick set. Only one blocker did not stand a chance against Dior.
The explosive leaping ability of Dior Charles is something we noted, something Randy Smart noted. Her ability to get up in the air quickly is tough to stop.
I know Randy was like, she's not that tall. She's 6'1". That is pretty tall, but as far as a middle blocker goes, she can move.
Think back to 2 years ago, Wake Forest had Delaney McSweeney, who was 6'7", 6'8", if not taller.
Okay, so that does make her seem pretty short then.
It's a different perspective, a different tempo. Now Fernay sets it over, just past the back line.
That's great communication by the team. That was one thing that, as a player, you got to just trust all your other teammates when they're shouting something at you.
Wake Forest 5 points from this opening set. They took care of Toledo last night in straight sets. Torrance targets Ariel. Reck is dug out. Ooh, Willock into the back row with a block at the net. Great hands by Truska to put it down.
That's what Coach Smart was saying. They need to get better at back row attacking. They've been trying to be more aggressive when it comes to those hitters jumping in from behind.
Juliana's the Georgia State grad transfer. Breck with a really good serve. And Crawford is tipped. Another chance for Page. Good hands by Charles. Emma Farrell, what can she not do defensively? Leading to a tip and a kill. What a rally there started by Emma Farrell.
Emma read the blockers perfectly. They cut out that right side of the net, saw that hole. She was in the perfect spot cross court. Coming up there to help out Paige, but Paige did not need her help. Line drive.
Emma Farrell, 28 matches with 10 or more digs last year. That's how you win Freshman of the Year in the ACC.
Just covering the floor.
Doing it again tonight. Little free touch over. Baker back set. I don't know how Charles got to that ball.
Length. Just reached out.
A freak athlete. And there's another good one. Ava Carney, the freshman, with the kill.
We've talked about her swing so much and how much power she has. Really coming into her own.
She's the top 100 recruit in the country, according to PrepVolleyball.com. More importantly, and you brought this up earlier, arriving in the spring, practicing all year, and gearing up for this fall season.
Yeah, she chose to graduate high school early, had a semester with them in their system, got acclimated to everything. Coach Smart was telling us that she knows things are clicking with Ava when she can't see the score on her face. I love that. That's when you know someone's locked in.
That's that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So we had 4 lead changes early. Now it's all Wake Forest. And Ava Carney, you know, every time you talk to a coach about a freshman, they say, well, she's really athletic. And we're seeing a lot of that tonight. 4 kills on 5 attacks. That's about as efficient as you get.
Yeah, it's something Coach Smart also told us is that with Ryan now setting, there's a bigger window for Ava. And she can really take her time to set up a hit and be basically creative with her approach. And, I mean, a good setter creates a good hitter and vice versa.
I know it's welcome week and orientation, but you could have an EDM party in this building right now. Reynolds Gym is popping.
Are we
during
not
this timeout.
having an EDM party right now? It's feeling like it. I think I need to bop my head a couple more times.
You got 2 high academic schools that want to have some fun on a Saturday night here in Winston-Salem.
Letica saying when she's recruiting players for Northeastern, she goes, I want players that are good humans, and she goes, let's party. That's how enthusiastic she is when she talks to her players.
What a start for Ava Carney, just her 2nd match of her Wake Forest career. And yesterday had 9 kills. This is Randy Smart's 3rd true recruiting class with COVID and coming in as a coach on a short tenure. And she said this may be her best freshman class. And that's big accolades given how good last year's class was.
I was going to say last year was a great start, so you've got that foundation and they teach each other.
Tight set to the net and a missile to the floor by Marika Verth. Now that's a great tempo set right there.
Yeah, those Wake Forest blockers were not ready. Dior didn't get up in time.
Verth hit .462 in a couple of matches yesterday. Speaking of middles, here's hands off the net. Did not get back up in time, and an easy kill for Annabelle Zier. So we've seen Zier and Ariel in the middle start to find production.
They're finding the holes. The defense can only do so much.
That's a crucial run for Northeastern. Couple of points. 3 away from the set now for Wake Forest. Options in the middle. Ooh, Farrell punched it up. Carney down line. What a swing by the freshman.
Great cross there in the back. Good communication. Didn't run into each other too much. Yep, the nice cross. A good bump set. Sometimes when that set's so long, you have too much time to overthink it, but she got it.
So Emma Farrell floats it over. Options here for Frenay. And a net violation. That's a difficult set. So it's set point, Demon Deacons.
The biggest thing Coach Smart was saying she wanted to get out of this weekend was to stop the big runs, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Emma Farrell, the freshman of the year in the ACC, serves for set 1. This place is bumping. Now Farrell digs it. Now the party continues. 25-19 in set 1.
Coach Smart wanted to get those back row attackers some time. They're proving themselves.
Wake Forest, a 3-0 run to end it. They hit 375 in the first set. We'll come back with a second set after an impressive display by the home squad tonight. We got the Hawaiian shirt duo in the middle of a good crowd tonight. Wake Forest takes set one, hitting 375 to Northeastern's just 115 in that opening set. Pretty good season for Wake Forest last year in 2022. Deacons fantastic at home with the 10 wins, their most in Randy Smart's tenure. And obviously the accolades are one thing, but the growth of this program important for Randy Smart.
Yeah, she's really talked about how they've had these opportunities to create history. And when you look at a lot of these freshmen and the reasons why they've come here is because they want to grow a program and they want to make history with a program. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Randy noted 4 different matches that were lost by a total of 5 points, right? And that takes 17 and 14 to maybe 21, 20 wins, and give a different conversation if those matches change.
And that's why she wants to be able to finish. That was the headline in our phone call, was she wants to be able to finish these games, stop big runs from happening. And we saw that in set number 1 here.
Northeastern, meanwhile, good production from Annabelle Zier in the middle. She had 3 kills.
They've been quick up front when they do get to their middle.
But 5 hitting errors was the big story of that first set.
Both defenses have been really good, though. There's a lot of great digs that we're seeing to keep this ball alive. Longer rallies. I like longer rallies.
So Wake Forest will serve first to open up this second set. Ryan Baker, who averaged 6.5 assists per set, now is the lone option in this 5-1 offense. She'll play all over the court. And this time from the back row, she serves it up. Fournier tight to the net and sneaks it through. Good hands by the Northeastern center.
The block just wasn't close enough to the net. You'll see they get up and it falls right through.
Fournier now with 1,350 assists in her career. That's a kill, of course, but she is quite a dynamic offensive option.
The way setters cover the floor is insane to me.
Carney has to hit it off hands.
Yep.
And now a free ball. Douglas over a double. Audrey Douglas back from injury at the end of last year and a nice presence for Wake Forest today.
Yeah, she had 2 blocks last night. She was 3rd in blocks last season. She has been a force on the net.
And what a challenge, too, coming off shoulder surgery in December, having to give herself no spring, a light fall, and now she's playing week 1.
And that takes mental toughness, too. There's always the mental side of injuries, which obviously your teammates, wow.
That'll put you in some mental nightmares when Paige Crawford can climb the ladder to the roof. Crawford had a full paw above the net there. Good luck. It's a tough set for Fournier. No bump. And the roll is scooped out. Farrell has to come forward. Douglas gets hands. Point Wake Forest. Audrey Douglas, who came from Auburn just a year ago, now looks to be a nice presence on that right side attack for the Demon Deacons.
Coach Smart said they had some injury issues on the right side, and Audrey's really been able to come in there and be a consistent force.
The force is strong with that young one. Now Baker, the first-year starter at center, and this 5-1 rotation goes middle, and Frankie makes it count.
Frankie is able to get set up so quickly. It's insane. I don't think I can take those 3 steps as quickly as she does, plus wind up her arms.
Think back to Raynell Jones in Maryland last year, one of the best middles in the country. I think she hit like 420 or something. It was insane.
Anything over 400.
Helping with the block that time is Frankie. And Baker with the dig.
Free ball.
Fournier middle. Frankie wins the battle at the net. This is all Olivia Frankie in set 2.
I mean, that's vision, too. Seeing how all of that defense, Northeastern crowding the net, wide open backcourt.
Olivia Frankie's playing with Elizabeth Junkie of South Dakota State last year. She had 700 points. Played all of Division I volleyball. But a service error gives it right back. Last night it was Paige Crawford taking over. The 16 kills, hitting 400. Tonight it's the middles taking over for Wake Forest.
I think it's because they're playing quicker and setting up those quick hits. Northeastern is unable to get set up in time.
Meanwhile, the Huskies still hitting a 0 hit percentage in the match. Renee goes middle and a great insistent swing. Broadcaster's jinx is alive and well. Now, the one area the Huskies have had success is feeding the middles.
Nice bump pass. Flies it over for that set. Perfect timing on that set and swing.
Verth, one of the returning starters for Northeastern. 8 players gone from last year's club. Ooh, good placement by Douglas.
Great
Corner
placement.
pocket.
And that's what happens when you do speed up the game. And Northeastern wasn't in rotation yet to get over there. Being able to go up for a swing and then see the other side of the court and where there's an open spot takes some skill.
Great second set here for Audrey Douglas. Now Douglas gets a swing. That's a little short from Define Ariel. Sorry, Defne Ariel.
Dior taking that overpass as a set. I was a little surprised. I was expecting a swing.
Sometimes that clock, as a true freshman, speeds up in your mind, and you're trained to feed it off to the center.
Yep.
Here's an overpass. Ooh, Douglas gets the bounce off the net. When it's cooking your way, you got to take it. She knows it too. Forcing a timeout for Northeastern. We'll take the timeout too. Audrey Douglas putting on a show in set 2 with her team of Deacons up 5. It's been the Olivia Frankie and Audrey Douglas show for Wake Forest. 12 combined kills on 15 swings. And now it's Frankie's turn to serve. I'd be remiss if we didn't mention her father, Bill, sitting right next to us. He's a big Frankie fan.
If we need some insight, just ask him.
Drove 6 hours to watch his daughter play tonight as that ball goes long. I mean, there's not a seat in this building. And if you fight it, it's because some kid went to the bathroom. It's an incredible atmosphere tonight.
I mean, you guys told me it was going to be loud. Can confirm.
Had an attendance record at Reynolds Gym yesterday. That might get broken a couple of times this year, especially with the likes of Louisville and Clemson coming to town. And then North Carolina on November 10th, right at the end of the season. Now Baker with a long set. Good save by Frenay. And off the hands. There's a kill for Ariel. How does Northeastern get their outside hitters going more in this match?
I think it starts with the pass. I think you have to have a better pass to have a better set and to get swinging. But even if they are out of order, it's a matter of finding those holes. If you can't take that aggressive of a hit, you got to work with what the blockers are. But it's kind of hard to work around Dior up there.
Definitely had some success in those first two matches. 2.5 kills per set, but very quiet today. Douglas into the block. Good save by Farrell over the net. She's done that all weekend, blading to a roof. Emma Farrell's different.
Oh, yeah. Diving, the free ball, no good. And the quickness for them to get back in their setup after running around the place.
Only the third block of the match, maybe the most impactful for Wake Forest. Wow, Willock keeps it up. Bodies everywhere from Randy Smart's unit. Was there a net violation there? Maybe not. Wow, Farrell kept it up, and a point for Northeastern. Good job by Truscott there.
Looking to try to get something going on offense, go on a run here for Northeastern if they can.
Juliana brings that grad transfer experience this roster needs. 500 career kills at Georgia State. A team that lost Erica Staunton and Nayla Jenkins and Laura Seeger, all three top hitters graduated. So it is a young team.
Yeah, not only bringing that leadership, but the stats as well.
Whoa, Dior Charles, fastball, strike 3. Wow.
Just slicing through Northeastern at the net. Great serve, great pass. Very quick set, right through those blockers.
She got every bit of that slide. Did not miss it. That's 3 kills for Charles. Maybe a 4th here. There you go. The overpass is dumped down.
That one, she's like, I'm going to take this one. Not going to set this one.
She's got the students going crazy here in Winston-Salem.
She didn't really have to jump much. Just reached over, smacked it down.
For a freak athlete, leading to another ace for a reigning all-freshman standout, Paige Crawford. Now Northeastern's got to be careful not let this set get out of hand here in the second. This is a 3-0 run. And an illegal set there.
Awkward position from that pass.
Just looks like Jessica Fernay's a little uncomfortable with some of her serve received to her.
She's definitely moving around, trying to get her body behind the ball, her feet set.
So Paige Crawford back at it. That is a missile in the corner. Can't climb the ladder. And now we got a set break already. 15-6 in the blink of an eye. As my production staff politely reminds me, we already took a timeout in this set. So we'll keep playing.
Do you need a timeout?
I might need it myself. A little water break never hurt. But we'll keep going on ACC Network Extra. Whoa!
Shut down.
Carney and Charles raise the roof.
Shut down. Those are 2 freshmen.
I want to see who blocked this. Oh, man, that was all Ava Carney.
Yeah, Dior just got that one hand up there. Ava had it.
The 6'2" freshman with big verticality. Let's try it again here. Farrell dives, collides. Whoa! Oh, what a blast by Ava Carney. What defense by Emma Farrell.
They were running into each other, but it didn't matter.
And now this run has exploded. 7 straight points.
Coach Smart didn't want big runs for the other team, but she welcomed big runs for the Demon Deacons.
Ariel with a good swing down line. Crawford matches her, and that goes out of play. Point Wake Forest.
Northeastern seems a little timid in their hits right now, hitting over the blockers. There's the set, big back row attack. So much power when you get that running start from back row.
One of the rare back row attacks for Wake Forest tonight. They're hitting .458 in the match. They're just incredible. Best team in the country last year, hitting in the high twos. And it just gets better and better, Amanda, through set 1 and set 2.
They're definitely finding their rhythm as well. Then you look at what they've been able to hold Northeastern to. They're feeding off of their blockers. The offense motivating the defense, defense sparking their offense.
Think of those numbers. Texas led the country 336 last year for the Longhorns, who went down to Long Beach State last night and lost their season opener. It was a hectic night for volleyball.
Yeah, I welcome parity when it comes to these sports. It's way more fun.
There were 7 ranked upsets. The Pac-12 had a losing record yesterday. It was bonkers in day 1.
It sounds like basketball season, March Madness.
And another timeout for Northeastern. What has Wake Forest done to control this second set?
They haven't made errors. They've kept it on what's in their control, and they've let the errors fall on Northeastern. They've been aggressive with every single attack. Even the ones that they didn't get the best setup for, they've been able to do something with it, and that falls on Ava. She has been a monster at the net.
What a debut this weekend. 6 more kills for Ava Carney today. It was kind of Douglas early before the timeout, and then it was Frankie in set 1, and now it's Carney, and then you sleep on the preseason All-ACC player and Paige Crawford on that outside.
When you have that many weapons, you got something to be confident in headed into a tough ACC schedule.
What if I told you the ACC conference starts in less than a month?
I would not believe you, but I know it's true.
September 22nd. It's crazy how quickly it comes.
They've got a lot of games before ACC starts. They're going to get a lot of reps. These freshmen are going to hopefully feel very comfortable in this lineup by the time ACC starts.
And Ava Carney has gone to work today. 6 quick kills in these 2 sets. Blocking, but the attacking, just a dominant performance.
All around, she's been all over the floor and aggressive in every single way. Huge swing. The way she winds all the way back and does it so quickly, so powerfully, just invasive.
And then you factor in the balanced scoring. I mean, Paige Crawford's 4th on that list, or 5th with 4 kills. It is a dynamic offensive showing tonight.
And these are young players. These aren't all seniors and juniors and grads. These are freshmen and sophomores making this happen.
This is a bump set here for Kono Gakutan, and dug out by Torrance. Emil Gogar subs in the middle, but that was overshot past her, and a rare mistake for Wake Forest.
Those back row attacks, as aggressive as they can be, it does give the other team a chance to get set up. Shut that attack down.
It stops an 8-0 run by the Demon Deacons. Baker has to go out of position here on the set. And a Gogar into the net. That was the one area we thought Northeastern coming in could win this game at the service line.
Yeah, if you can get Wake Forest out of order here because they're running that 5-1, you have a better chance of not getting such an aggressive attack from a girl like Ava Carney.
Kayla Martin led the CA in aces last year. She graduated, but that was a good serving team last season. Fernan, a long outset to wreck the freshman. Now it's Carney's
Great
turn.
Pass.
Oh, good hands at the net. Block Verth.
Big swing, big hands though, right in front of that swing. Third
All of a
block.
sudden, quieting the run here for Wake Forest. Gakudan sets it up. Wreck is denied, and Ogogar with her first block.
Got the setter out of rotation immediately. Had to force the outside hit.
It's
Those
almost
blockers are
heaven
ready.
here in Winston-Salem, the West Virginia transfer, Gogard with the roof. Her buddy Pat McAfee hosts College Game Day now. They had their first episode this morning
Oh, really?
for that Notre Dame Navy matchup. Wow, another ace. David Dinkins with 3 aces tonight, and they're cruising in set 2. Fernay in system, and somehow Farrell got it. Now Reck off the hands. And a downline kill. So Merrick Verth has stepped up in the middle for Northeastern tonight.
They're trying to match the speed of Wake Forest. They're getting fast hits off that, and that throws those blockers, the Wake Forest blockers, out of order, unable to get there in time. Match and pace here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a little too out of play even for a talented sophomore like that. Now, one of these days, we're going to see like the Derek Jeter play, right? Where Farrell's going to dive into the stands, everyone's going to catch her, and then she'll flip it back into play.
It's funny because Coach Smart said that Emma reminds her of her favorite shortstop in baseball. Just the way that she moves around.
As Northeastern gets the ace. Yeah, first freshman of the year for Wake Forest since 2002. Emma Farrell continues to impress here in year 2. She's the captain. Derek Jeter. Ooh, that stays in.
Big swing. I felt like she was up in the air for like 10 seconds.
They say Ava Carney can almost touch 11 feet. She's got some jump to her.
7 kills, only 2 errors on 14 total attempts.
Dominant second set for Wake Forest. Now Fernay looks for the answer. Good hands there by Willock. And that goes out to kill for Paige Crawford, give her 5. She becomes the 5th player with 5 kills.
It's the consistency across the board that's going to be their strength headed into this season.
That'll help Wake Forest, who was picked 9th in the ACC, look to climb up a little bit, sneak into that top 8.
It's fun being in the underdog. Great dig.
There's the true freshman with a tip at the net, Olivia Fish out of Seymour, Indiana. And with that kill, Fish gets her first official point.
She holds the record for most kills at her high school, so she knows a little thing or two about it.
Set point here in the second. Off the hands. A busy set for Abby Reck. And now Northeastern will serve for its life, needing an epic run here in set 2. This is Maddie Donovan, the engineering major, 4.0 GPA at Northeastern. Heck of a student athlete.
To be able to juggle academics and athletics.
Deacons to swing for the set. It's the Fish putting it away. Go Fish in set 2. Wow, Wake Forest hits 481 in a dominant second set.
Because it's every single hitter doing every single thing. There's not just one outlier. Everybody's able to make something happen. You have someone like Fish who comes off the bench and is able to make an immediate impact.
When we come back, our intermission report. Wake Forest up 2. They look to close this out when we return. Welcome back to Reynolds Gym here in Winston-Salem. All Demon Deacons dominant set one, even better set two as they look to start this Wake Forest Invitational at 2-0. What's up, everybody? With Amanda Poole, I'm EvanBudrovich. Randy Smart noted the depth and the balance of her Wake Forest team, but it's a couple of freshmen today taking over for the Demon Deacons.
We talked about these recruiting classes the past 2 years, and we're seeing that today with how much they've been able to make an impact. And across the board, it's not just one person standing out. We've got Ava, we've got Dior blocking, hitting. They've been able to cover that net insane. And we've seen some back row attacks that have been very impressive.
Anytime you got 5 players with 5 or more kills, something's going right. And that's what allows Randy Smart to have some confidence coming in to the ACC season, because believe it or not, we're a month away. Ooh. Now you have some national contenders, Final Four teams, Louisville, Pitt, tournament clubs, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Miami, and then once you get through 1 through 5, there's some room for growth for a lot of programs in this league.
I think there's a lot of room for growth for Wake Forest when, like you were mentioning, Randy talked a lot about these sets last year that came within 1 point of them winning. That could have changed these polls with some of those games. You got Clemson, Notre Dame that came down to a couple points. That could be the game changer to see these rankings change.
And then Clemson's got McKenna Slavic, the setter of the year in the conference at 11. So Wake Forest, meanwhile, dominant in this set. I mean, anytime you hit 480 or something like that, but it was offensive, it was defensive, it was everything.
They were all over the place. Huge, aggressive swings. We saw athleticism across the board, just what Randy was telling us. Paige doing Paige things. Taking advantage of those free ball opportunities, great ball placement, court vision. There was a time to be on it. They're on it.
Only 6 hitting errors for Wake Forest in 2 sets. You don't see that in college football.
Very efficient.
Overpass is certainly helped as Douglas hit one off the net there on her 6th kill. All Wake Forest, 25-14 in that second set. I think you can boil it down to hit percentage, the real difference between these two.
They've just been attacking. I think they've been able to get into position a lot better than Northeastern tonight in the sense of setting the ball up for those hitters and the hitters being able to do something with it. Even if Ava doesn't get a great set, she's able to throw it down and place it in a place no one's there.
It is all balance for Randy Smart's club. Of course, the middle, Frankie, high hit percentage at 850, but even the outsides of Douglas and Carney have had good hit percentages tonight.
And that also goes to show Ryan moving around, getting the ball to her hitters because she's getting a good pass, being able to hit all 3 slots.
Worth noting, the Wake Forest single season record for hit percentage last year was 373. Right now, they're in line for some records tonight. They're only 2 games into the season.
Yeah, if they keep this up, that's some big numbers. They're going to do some more firsts this year.
Northeastern looking to avoid the 0-3 weekend here in North Carolina. They'll come back to the state in a couple of weeks for conference play at Elon and at Campbell in the next 2 months. Coach Vasquez said she loves being an hour from an airport, any opponent. I didn't ask her, though, if she flew into Winston-Salem or if she flew into Charlotte. Nonetheless, pretty close for both. And a missed hit there for Ava Carney.
She says she likes traveling down south compared to traveling up north for some of these games.
Lenica Vasquez is an epic traveler. She actually went out to Istanbul to recruit some of her top players in the offseason.
Went to Hawaii for some of her Hawaiian players as well.
Including Gakudan, who just served. Wow, good save there from the back row, but it comes up short. That is the luxury for both these schools of being so high academic. You kind of recruit a different profile of player for the program.
You definitely look at more than just their stats, their swing, their height, but who they are, what they can bring to the culture of the team.
Turkey, California, Colorado, Virginia, some of the states for the new freshmen. There's a lot of balance as that ball goes out. And there's Lenica Vasquez in year 4. Led the Golden Griffins to a couple of championships in the MAC and an NCAA tournament, but now she wants to get Northeastern to that point. A place they've only been once, 2001, the last time the Huskies made it. Good save there by Baker. Oh, Crawford off the noggin of the libero.
It's a free ball. See what they can do with it.
And a kill in the middle. That's Emil Gogar, who gets her second straight set in action.
Again, with that free ball, able to set it up perfectly and quickly getting in position there for the swing.
Wow, that serve just trickled over the net.
Oh, my.
I mean, it's not a dig for Emma Farrell, but the effort there is A+.
Great touch there.
How did she get to that ball?
I think she sees it before we know where it's going.
Northeastern with back-to-back points. Farrell keeps it up, and that's short. A little helter-skelter there, an ace for the Huskies.
Some tough serving could help them get these hitters out of order for Wake Forest. Slow them down a little bit.
Remember, Wake Forest hit 481 in those first two sets. It was dominant. Now Baker goes middle, and the middles are cooking. Ogogar joins the party. Emmy did not get a ton of rotations in match one, but more involved here in match two.
She competed and started in all 31 matches last season. She knows what she's doing when she gets out on that court.
That's a tight back set. Oh, Crawford tilted it back in, but that's
the pancake.
Up. Serving up some pancakes today. Fish off the noggin, and it stays in. Crawford jousts that back in. Whoa, nice save by Truscott. And Charles shoots it long. That's a big rally win for Northeastern.
Good hustle by both sides. That set was just a little too low to the net. Dior tried to get it over the net. A little too much power.
We have a challenge here for Randy Smart. She's already 1 for 1 today.
Oh, is she thinking there's a touch?
That's my question. I wonder if there was at the top of the net. Gotta love the security guard there on the right. Her job is to protect our R2 from any interruptions.
Oh,
Randy
she's doing a great job.
There's assistant coach Mary Hauser having a quick chat with her team.
Let's take a look at this. Pass it up. There's a set. I don't
typically you see a change of direction of the ball
or a spin on the ball. No, like it cleared her hand.
Since Randy won her first challenge, she had 2 to work with there, so not the worst time to use it.
If anything, they get a chance to regroup, get some water.
Okay, Randy, what do you got for us? Wow.
So there was a touch.
So Wake Forest gets the point. The PG-13 version of this song has brought some life to the party.
Supposed to be having an EDM party, so.
I wonder what Randy's confirming here, as Annabelle Daly has some fun.
Rotation. Emma's serving.
Okay, so Emma Farrell is in the right rotation. She will serve. Renee goes middle, and a towering pipe shot from Berth.
Big hole in that block. Emma just wasn't able to get there fast enough. Those quick middle hits.
When Northeastern's been able to return serve, their offense is really efficient tonight.
That's why it's so important for Wake Forest to have aggressive serves, or else you're going to see more attacks like that.
Overpass, put away, and all of a sudden Northeastern has tied it.
Just trying to take advantage of every opportunity they have. Force the errors on the other side.
Northeastern has not led in this match since the opening points in set 1 in any set, and that will continue as Fish deposits.
That was a great cut. I don't even know how you're able to cut it with those 2 blockers there. Found a great placement.
Olivia Fish, 2-time All-State, growing up in Indiana.
She's one of those players that wanted to make a difference in the program she went to, and she's already making one out there now.
That splits the difference. Good swing over the block by Abby Reck, a fellow freshman. One of 6 new freshmen for Northeastern.
So many young players that can hopefully learn a thing or two from those older veterans that Lenica had brought in.
And you lose your top 3 hitters in Staunton, Jenkins, and Seeger last year. It does open up the table for a lot of new pieces. Donovan, and a little knuckler. Crawford does the same and rolls it over the block.
A very smart play. Not often. We've only seen her throw it down, but having that court vision.
Because last night, Paige Crawford was unstoppable. You hit 460, 13 kills, a little different approach from Paige tonight.
Well, that's something that Randy said, is we have a different Paige. She's mentally tougher, has really grown.
Rick Forrest asked a lot of Paige Crawford last season, took 900 swings. This year, a little more balance. Whoa, Torrance saves it, but dumped down by Verth.
Oh.
The buzzkill.
Literally the buzzkill. Wow. What a touch. Ball comes off the block, dives, get the right hand there. Just an overpass in the end.
And Wake wondered at the very end, was that interference?
Yeah.
Did she reach over the net too far, not to allow the setter to go vertically? But our head ref says game, play on. Now Northeastern in transition. Who hit the antenna? Okay, Wake Forest did. Wake Forest claiming, okay, there we go.
Oh.
The ball hit the antenna.
I was like, I definitely saw that antenna move.
I know somebody hit.
Go big swing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, on the right.
Good catch by our refereeing crew tonight. We noted McLam, also Robert Boggs leading the way. Nice save. That's the freshman Anaga putting it up. And the dump down. Crafty play by Baker.
Exactly what you want to do with those types of passes that are too close to the net there. For her to be able to get her body up and move it around. She's only 5'10". Not the tallest player out there, but to be able to get up there.
Wake Forest doing everything right in this match. They look to close out the sweep when we come back here in Winston-Salem. Here's a look at the true freshman Dior Charles. He's had a coming out party. 5 kills on 8 swings tonight.
5 blocks last night, setting the tone.
And now she serves it up from the back row. That's a tough serve. And a nice save there by Northeastern. Baker back set. O'Gogar through the block. And she now has 3 kills in the last couple of sets.
From serve, yeah, her movement, be able to get her body around that ball to swing through the blocks.
And Emmy was a productive middle last year. 6 matches with 10 or more kills. Part of now a 3 middle rotation, and that's the depth Wake Forest didn't have in the past.
She led the team in blocks, 106 blocks last year. Transfer from West Virginia.
Baker goes right back to the middle, and that's a great slide play. Deacons back up 3.
She likes that right side, coming over, getting some momentum, more power behind that swing. The timing is perfect.
And that's why Wake's hitting an even 416 in this match. So now Baker to serve. That's a tough one and an ace. Give them 4 tonight. And give them push-ups. Gotta love it, team effort.
4 aces, but 8 service errors. Definitely room to grow.
Farrell all over it. Fish on the dump that finds
Good
the
touch.
floor. She's got 4 kills. By the way, got to thank Olivia Murphy there for the push-ups if you were curious who that was. The sophomore to Indianapolis.
Yeah, whose idea was that? It wasn't Murphy's
Probably
idea.
not hers. There's a service error.
But see, I think the service errors are going to come from them trying to serve more aggressive. You have to find that balance.
And that serving has made life tough for Northeastern offensive.
Can't get anything going.
Here's Pono Gakutan out of Honolulu, Hawaii. One of the most beautiful places in the country. She played volleyball, water polo, and beach volleyball growing up. Did it all. And leads to a point here on the miss hit. Targeting the freshman there in Kearney. Another chance. And a point. Snuck it past here at the net.
The depth is insane. Even when one hitter faces a block, they've got 3 others to look for.
Randy Smart off a winning season, 17 and 14, back-to-back winning years. The next challenge for her, though, is a winning year in the conference. 8 and 10 in the ACC.
That's what she was saying about those close sets. They were 5 points away from that winning conference season.
Pancake.
Wow.
Another swing wreck. Oh, there she is, double serving. One more chance. That block goes over. Wreck. Now to swing for the point. Great save, Gakutan. And that goes out. Give that point to Emma Farrell.
Northeastern is trying to find empty spots on the court, but it doesn't matter if the spot looks empty. Emma's going to be there. Flat hand on the ground, slides and makes it.
I'll add some syrup and bacon on top of mine.
Oh, geez.
And we have a challenge here from Northeastern. Worth noting, in the CAA, certain schools have challenges, certain schools don't. That is not the case at Northeastern's home gym. So a little different in terms of the coaching philosophy here.
That's what Lenico was telling us. saying how it depends on where she is if she's able to challenge certain calls.
It is great when she says she likes to party with her team in terms of having fun. And
Yeah.
the song "It's a Party" comes on. The DJ's reading everyone's mind tonight.
She's just got a variety of different characters. I know we've talked about this team and the makeup of it.
So there was a challenge if the ball hit the floor.
Before Emma's hand.
Did hit the floor, at least upon review. So flip that point, 14-11 all of a sudden.
Let's take a look. She's diving.
Oh. Yeah. Great. angle
Her
by
fingertips
Slash
were
cam.
under there, but so was the floor.
That's a tremendous look, especially in slow-mo. So no dig there for Farrell, but a ton of effort. And a great cross-court kill for the true freshman, Olivia Fish.
To be able to cut the ball like that from almost the back row, it was a deep set.
Not one of the big names mentioned leading into the season here, but given this 1-0 start and a dominant 2 sets, we're seeing a lot of new faces here for Wake Forest. Fish keeps it alive. Reck goes into the net. That's 4 touches, so point Wake Forest. The Deacons have held Northeastern to under a 100 hit percentage. How have they done so well defensively?
I think it starts with, we've been talking about this, aggressive serving and getting them out of order, attacking the hitters. And then you've got Dior, and you've got these huge blockers able to get there in time.
Northeastern might challenge this, but it would be their last challenge. Some of the players were asking for it. Coach is going to hang on to it. In the first ever meeting, Northeastern and Wake Forest. Good killing system for America Verth. He's had a nice match. 6 kills, 3 blocks, very productive. We have a substitute now. Leilani Gillespie, the true freshman out of Connecticut, comes in. Baker the back set. Fish tools the block. And in her debut match, a couple of digs yesterday, debut attacking, 5 kills today.
Coach Smart really talking about the versatility of Olivia Fish. She can go on either pin for this team.
There she is on the right side and subs out in rotation. Fernay goes middle. That's in the back corner. Nice shot by Verth, who's carrying this load tonight.
That's a spot Emma could not be at. They're finding those holes.
I realize it may be for not tonight, but feeding the middles more would be huge for Northeastern this year. She had her best match of the year against Towson in the CAA finals. 10 kills, 5 blocks, but lost in 4 sets to the tournament champs. Frankie's back in the match and hits it off the noggin of Verth for the kill. So if Frankie's smart, she takes those skills across the street to Spry Stadium and serves a header in for a goal. Both programs in action tomorrow right here on campus. Deep swing and a kill for Leilani Gillespie. 3rd career kill for the freshman.
Able to roll it off those blockers.
She was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Connecticut last year in high school. Very talented. Well, that thing just knuckles over the net. Fun to watch. And now it heads towards the net. Oh, Frankie missed it. It's like a piñata and she couldn't crack open the candy.
That's got to be the first one she's missed all night. She's been on it when it comes to overpasses.
She was 7 for 7 on kills until that swing, a rare mistake after a great match.
She got too excited.
How could you not? You know what Candy's like at a yacht. It's amazing. Throwing some Snickers and we're set. What a treat there watching Paige Crawford get another kill. And now Crawford has 8.
Huge back row attack. Take a look. Great pass. Huge swing, just too powerful for the defense.
Wake Forest is 5 points from the match here in set 3. Crawford coming off a great year, top 10 in the ACC in kills per set. And that one sneaks through. Good touch there by Annabelle Zier. It's interesting with Julia Bergman gone, the leader in points in the conference last season for Georgia Tech. Who can emerge? Could Crawford be one of those top 4 or 5 players in the league?
She's getting the touches, she's getting the sets. So she stays consistent, keeps the errors down.
She had 460 yesterday, that certainly helps. And a huge move for the setter.
She's 5'10", and getting up there and shutting down.
And that's the biggest question when you run a 5-1. Can your setter guard the net?
I can see why Randy Smart's so confident in this 5-1 right now.
Randy Smart, who was a setter in college, knows a thing or two about setting up an offense. It's a long set for Ariel. Fish off the hands. Carney is kept up by Truska. Whoa, Farrell dives. Another dig for Crawford. What a rally. Ariel into Farrell, over to us. Point Northeastern.
What some hustle plays by these defenses, just diving.
Just in case. See, our producer Everett Hutto's the best volleyball player of the 3 of us, but
yeah.
I have a little bit of game left in me.
We might have to put that to the test.
Not against these teams. The Honolulu product to serve. Northeastern needs a run here in set 3. And Carney hits it long. That's a start.
When your hitter gets served and they have to receive it, they can't always get set up the way they want to, and that's Northeastern's goal, and it worked.
That has allowed Wake Forest to now hit only 270 in this set. They've come back to earth a little bit. Difficult serve there. But put down. What a delivery from Baker.
Like butter in her hands. It was so smooth, so fast. Let's see it. Great pass. Right through. The blocker stood no chance. Just were not there in time.
And then Ogogar played patty cake and knocked it to the floor. I don't know how she did that. 3 points from the match. Especially when that ball's behind your head, too. That's a totally different angle to fling it forward.
And how you do that without violating the, carrying it, just to have that soft touch. Something I'm sure they learn.
And I wonder if that's a question being asked here. Northeastern went up to the lead ref for a second.
Lifting it.
That was a double touch, yeah.
Oh.
It was too deep in the pocket. So Willock to serve. 3 points from the match.
Tight.
Middle. Kill. Baker's done that all night. She has 31 assists.
Take a look. Quick pass, quick hit. Emmy just showing her experience on the court.
Back set. Whoa. Ricocheted over by Ogogar. Wreck off hands. Ogogar's been everywhere. Feeder. Nope. And Fish with the kill. Match point.
She's got a nasty swing. That is aggressive. As a freshman, really helping out Wake Forest on that right side, something that Coach Smart really wanted to key in on.
Match point, Demon Deacons.
We're standing.
Last swing. Wake Forest for the match. Kept alive. Wreck. Kept up by Baker.
Free ball over.
Wreck. Into the block. What a night for Fish in her debut. Swimming to a straight set sweep.
We heard she was athletic. She was able to give Wake Forest many options, but she was consistent in that right side for them this set.
Wow, Olivia Fish, who did not play yesterday, makes her presence felt. 7 kills in the game-winning block. 0
errors. Taking advantage of her time on the court tonight.
So Wake Forest ends up hitting .380 as a team. They're now 2-0. Grand Canyon's 2-0. We got some heavy hitters in this Wake Forest invitation.
Yeah, if you're Coach Smart, you're happy with what you saw consistency-wise, efficiency-wise. Definitely room to grow, but you've got a variety of tools in your toolbox.
Fantastic performance from the home squad. Giving a shout out to their fans today. Thanks for joining us here in Winston-Salem. It was all Demon Deacons today. And tomorrow we got the de facto championship match, a couple of 2-0 teams. But for all of us here in Winston-Salem, for Amanda Poole and crew, I'm EvanBudrovich. Thanks for joining us. Busy night for Paige Crawford and company. Wake Forest takes it in 3 sets. This is a presentation of ESPN. We'll see you next time from Winston-Salem.